Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
Welcome back to our Ale review series, practice quiz. So we have now part 3 of the history and theory of architecture. So again, before you proceed with the quiz, you may get a piece of paper and write down question numbers 1 to 30. And then once you are ready na, you start the quiz, and for every question, write down the corresponding letter of your answer from the multiple choice. So you'll be given 10 seconds to answer, and if you want more time, just press the pause button, and at the end of the quiz, count the number of your correct answer and check what is your score category. So if you're ready, we can now start. So for question number 1, what is the name of figure A, which is located in Ilocos Norte? A. Bantay Church. B. Paway Church. C. Our Lady of Piat Church. And D. Baccara Church. And our correct answer is letter B, Paway Church. St. Augustine Parish Church is commonly known as the Paway Church. Is a Roman Catholic church in the municipality of Paway, Ilocos Norte in the Philippines. Is the Philippines' primary example of Spanish colonial earthquake Baroque architecture, an interpretation of the European Baroque adapted to the seismic condition of the country through the use of enormous buttresses on the sides and the back of the building. So question number 2. What is the name of figure B, which is located in Albay? A. Daraga Church. B. Bato Church. C. Our Lady of Peñafrancia Basilica. And D. St. John the Evangelist Cathedral. And our correct answer is letter A, Daraga Church. So Our Lady of the Gate Parish Church, also known as Nuestra Senora de la Porteria Parish Church, and commonly known as Daraga Church, is a Roman Catholic church in the municipality of Daraga, Albay. The church is known for its Baroque architecture and is considered one of the most beautifully preserved churches in the Philippines. It was built in 1773 by Franciscan friars. Question number 3. What is the name of figure C, which is located in Cebu? A. Redemptorist Church. B. Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church. C. Cebu Metropolitan Church. And D. Santo Niño Basilica. And our correct answer is letter D, Santo Niño Basilica. So Basilica Minore del Santo Niño de Cebu is the home of the original and oldest religious relic in the Philippines in honor to the Holy Child Jesus. It is the oldest Roman Catholic church in the country, allegedly built on the spot where the image of Santo Niño de Cebu was found during the expedition of Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. Number 4. What is the name of figure D, which is located in Intramuros, Manila? A. Sanctuario de San Jose. B. St. Mary's Church. C. Sanctuario de San Antonio. And D. San Agustin Church. And our correct answer is letter D, San Agustin Church. So San Agustin Church is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, stands as one of the most significant landmarks in the walled city of Manila, Intramuros. As the oldest stone church in the Philippines, it is celebrated for its magnificent Baroque architecture, intricate artworks, and rich cultural heritage. Question number 5. What is the name of figure E, which is located in Quiapo, Manila? A. San Sebastian Church. B. Sanctuario de San Jose. C. Quiapo Church. And D. Santa Cruz Church. our correct answer is letter A, San Sebastian Church. San Sebastian Church is also known as the San Sebastian Basilica. It is a prominent Catholic church in Manila and is the only still church in the Philippines. It is a national historical landmark and a national cultural treasure, and its distinctive Gothic Revival architecture, including its prefabricated steel structure, makes it a significant architectural marvel. Question number 6. Which area or country is known as Mesopotamia, where the development of architecture started? A. Egypt, B. Iraq, C. Afghanistan, and D. Turkey. And our correct answer is letter B, Iraq. So Mesopotamia, which translates to between the rivers, is the area now encompassing primarily modern-day Iraq. This region, situated between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, is known as the site where early architectural developments, including the first known systems of writing and urban planning, began. While parts of modern-day Syria, Turkey, and Iran also fall within the broader historical region of Mesopotamia, the heart of the area is centered around the modern country of Iraq. Number 7. What is the building material used in Sumerian architecture? A. Cement, B. Stone, C. Mud, and D. Mud bricks. And our correct answer is letter D, mud bricks. So due to the lack of stone in the region, the Sumerians primarily used mud bricks made from clay and water for construction. Number 8. What are the principal architectural monuments of prehistoric buildings? A. Tombs, B. Palaces, C. Watchtowers, and D. Temples. And our correct answer is letter A, tombs. So while other structures like Stonehenge might exist, tombs are considered the most prominent architectural remains from prehistoric periods, often constructed with large megaliths for burial purposes. Number 9. What kind of structure is Mesopotamia known for? A. Minaret, B. Stonehenge, C. Ziggurat, D. Pyramid. And our correct answer is ziggurat. So a ziggurat is a stepped pyramid-like temple structure that was built in ancient Mesopotamia by the Sumerians. 10. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is known in its Italian name as A. Torre Pisa, B. Torre Pendente di Pisa, C. Torre La Pisa, and D. Legnente de Pisa. And the correct answer is letter B, Torre Pendente di Pisa. So the Tower of Pisa in Italian is Torre Pendente di Pisa, is located in the city of Pisa, exactly in the Piazza del Duomo of Pisa, known as Piazza dei Miracoli or the Cathedral Square. Number 11, who was the architect? A. Bonanno Pisano, B. Bramante, C. Bondellara, and D. Bonito Tureni. And our correct answer is A. Bonanno Pisano. So the architect Bonanno Pisano began its construction in 1173 with the first floor, which was surrounded by 15 columns in white marble with classic capitals and blind arches. Number 12 was, what is its architectural style? A. Romanesque, B. Italian Romanesque, C. Pisan architecture, and D. Italian Gothic. And our correct answer is letter A, Romanesque. So the 8-story tower is composed of a base level and 7 distinctive tiers that each have a series of columns and arches arranged around the perimeter in a Romanesque style. Number 13. When was the construction completed? A. 1370, B. 1371, C. 1372, and D. 1373. And our correct answer is letter C, 1372. So work was slow and sometimes abandoned for decades as Pisa was often at war with nearby Florence, Genoa, and other city-states. The tower was finally completed in 1372. Attempts were made throughout the tower's history to correct the tilt. Number 14. What is the height of the tower? A. 183.33 feet, B. 184.33 feet, C. 185.23 feet, and D. 186.43 feet. And our correct answer is letter A, 183.33 feet. So the tower is situated behind the Pisa Cathedral, this one, and is the third oldest structure in the city's cathedral square, the Piazza del Duomo, after the cathedral and another building which is the Pisa Baptistry. The height of the tower is 55.86 meters or around 183.27 feet from the ground on the low side and 56.67 meters or 185.93 feet on the high side. So among the choices, the nearest here is 183.33 feet. Number 15. What style of architecture is the Baptistery Florence Cathedral in Italy built in the 11th century? A. Renaissance, B. Rococo, C. Romanesque, and D. Gothic. And our correct answer is C. Romanesque. So the baptistery of St. John in Florence, built in the 11th century, is primarily an example of Italian Romanesque architecture. It is known for its Tuscan Romanesque style and the iconic bronze doors featuring Romanesque-style relief sculptures. The baptistery is considered a masterpiece of Italian Romanesque architecture. 16. Which is true of Gothic architecture? A. Ceilings were flat. B. Arches were semicircular. C. Church plans were square. And D. Does not feature domes. And our correct answer is letter D, does not feature domes. So Gothic architecture is known for its pointed arches, ribbed vaults, and flying buttresses, which allowed for taller buildings and larger windows compared to Romanesque architecture. However, domes were not a common feature due to the structural innovations of Gothic architecture. The use of ribbed vaults and flying buttresses enabled the weight of the ceilings to be distributed more efficiently, eliminating the need for massive solid walls that would support a dome. While some Gothic buildings might have incorporated small domes, they were not a defining characteristic of the style. 17. What style of architecture emphasizes on symmetry, geometry, and regularity of parts? A. Romanesque, B. Baroque, C. Gothic, and D. Renaissance. And our correct answer is letter D, Renaissance. The Renaissance style places emphasis on symmetry, proportion, geometry, and the regularity of parts, as demonstrated in the architecture of classical antiquity, and in particular ancient Roman architecture, of which many examples remain. Orderly arrangements of columns, pilasters, and lintels, as well as the use of semicircular arches, hemispherical domes, niches, and aediculae replaced the more complex proportional systems and irregular profiles of medieval buildings. Romanesque is known for its rounded arches and thick walls, not necessarily emphasizing strict symmetry. Baroque is characterized by dramatic and elaborate designs with a focus on movement and dynamism, often breaking away from the strict geometric forms of Renaissance architecture. And Gothic is notable for its pointed arches, soaring spires, and complex reeve vaults, not prioritizing symmetry in the same way as Renaissance architecture. 18. Which style of architecture adapted styles of columns from the Greek? A. Baroque, B. Gothic, C. Romanesque, and D. Renaissance. And our correct answer is D. Renaissance. So the Renaissance architectural style heavily drew from classical Greek and Roman elements, including columns, arches, and domes, leading to a conscious revival of these ancient architectural principles. 19. Flying buttresses were common in which style of architecture? A. Gothic, B. Baroque, C. Romanesque, and D. Renaissance. And our correct answer is A. Gothic. So Gothic architecture is characterized by its pointed arches and reeve vaults and these flying buttresses, which allowed for taller and more elaborate buildings with large stained glass windows. 20. Which Roman building remains the largest unsupported dome in the world? A. St. Peter's Basilica, B. Parthenon, C. Pantheon, and D. Basilica of San Vitale. And our correct answer is C. Pantheon. So the Pantheon still holds the record for the world's largest unreinforced concrete dome. It is also substantially larger than earlier domes. It is the only masonry dome to not require reinforcement. 21. What is the largest surviving triumphal arch completed in 315 AD? A. Arch of Constantine, B. Arch of Septimius Severus, C. Arch of Titus, and D. Arch de Triomphe. And our correct answer is letter A, Arch of Constantine. So the Arch of Constantine, built in 315 AD to commemorate Constantine's victory over Maxentius, is considered the largest surviving triumphal arch in Rome. Now, the Arch of Septimius Severus is, while a significant arch, it was built earlier in 203 to 205 AD and is smaller than the Arch of Constantine. The Arch of Titus is the oldest surviving triumphal arch in Rome, but is also the smallest among the three major surviving arches. And the Arch de Triomphe is a famous cathedral arch in Paris, France, and was built much later in the 19th century. It is significantly larger than the Arch of Constantine, but is not considered a Roman arch. 22. Which is the largest of the Roman hippodromes and one of the largest sports arenas ever built? A. Olympia Stadium, B. Hippodrome of Constantinople, and C. Circus Maximus, and D. the Colosseum. And our correct answer is letter C, Circus Maximus. So the Circus Maximus was the largest Roman hippodrome designed for chariot racing. It's considered one of the largest sports arenas ever built. So this is just a computer-generated image of what Circus Maximus looks like. And 23, what is the style of architecture shown in this image? A. Hindu, B. Islamic, C. Saracenic, and D. Iraqi. And our answer is letter C, Saracenic. So the spiral minaret of the Great Mosque in Samarra is an example of Saracenic architecture, which is a term used historically to describe Islamic architecture, especially during the medieval period. While Islamic is generally correct as well, Saracenic is the more specific stylistic classification used in architectural history for works like the Great Mosque of Samarra, which reflects Islamic design developed in Arab lands. So 24. The figure shown here is what type of structure? A. Step tower, B. Minaret, C. Observation tower, and D. Circular tower. And our correct answer is B. Minaret. So a minaret is a tall tower attached to a mosque from which the call to prayer is announced. The spiral minaret in Samarra is particularly famous for its unique spiral design. 25. The official name of the structure is A. Malwiya Minaret, B. Mandani Minaret, C. Malmba Minaret, and D. Mamba Minaret. And our correct answer is letter A, Malwiya Minaret. So often called the Malwiya Tower, the Malwiya is a word describing its spiral twist in Arabic, is the minaret of the Great Mosque of Samarra. The minaret or tower was constructed in 848 to 852 of sandstone and is unique among other minarets because of its ascending spiral conical design. 52 meters or 171 feet high and 33 meters or 108 feet wide. 26. What type of vault is shown in this figure? A. Groin vault, B. Rib vault, C. Cross vault, and D. Barrel vault. And our correct answer is letter B, rib vault. So a rib vault is an architectural feature used to cover wide spaces, often found in churches and other large structures. It is characterized by a framework of cross or diagonal arch ribs, which support the infill material. Rib vaults are common in Romanesque and Gothic architecture. 27. What is the effect of using this type of vault? A. Additional walls, B. Additional windows, C. Additional floors, and D. Additional space. And our correct answer is letter D, additional space. So the effect of using a rib vault is to create additional space. Specifically, it allows for thinner walls and larger windows, leading to a more open and spacious interior. The key is that rib vaults spread the weight of the ceiling out through the ribs, reducing the need for thick walls to support the weight. So rib vaults open up more space inside the structure, such as higher ceilings and wider interiors. 28. What is the name of this Egyptian structure? A. Temple of Lux. B. Temple of Luxor. C. Mastaba of Lux. And D. Mastaba of Luxor. And our correct answer is letter B, Temple of Luxor. So the Temple of Luxor, or the Luxor Temple, is a large ancient Egyptian temple complex located on the east bank of the Nile River in the city today known as Luxor, and was constructed approximately 1400 BCE. In the Egyptian language, it was known as Ipet Risit, or the Southern Sanctuary. 29. The temple was made from what material? A. Limestone. B. Marble. C. Sandstone. And D. Adobe. And our correct answer is letter C, sandstone. So the Luxor Temple was built with sandstone from the Gebel el Silsila area, which is located in southwestern Egypt. This sandstone is referred to as Nubian sandstone. And last question, the temple is not dedicated to a cult god. Instead, it is dedicated to blank. A. Rejuvenation of kings. B. Triumph of pharaohs. C. Marriage of kings. And D. Festival of Kings. And our correct answer is letter A, Rejuvenation of Kings. So the Luxor Temple was not dedicated to a cult god or a deified pharaoh, but rather to the rejuvenation of the kingship. It was thought to be where many pharaohs were crowned and where the royal ka or life force was symbolically transmitted each year during the Opet festival. So that's it. Please count your correct answers. And this is the category for your correct answers. 27 to 30 correct answers is brain power unleashed. And 24 to 26, you are seriously impressive. Scores of 19 to 23, definitely got this. And 16 to 18, you're close but needs a little more And if your score is 15 or less, then it is time for a more strategic review. So if you're interested to have a more comprehensive review, just scan this QR code to know more about Atlas CDC Review Center. So watch out for my succeeding videos.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.